This is going to be a very general overview of what it looks like to sell on Amazon if you have been thinking of doing that. So what we're going to cover today: what is Amazon, why sell on Amazon, methods to sell on Amazon, Amazon launch strategies, Amazon International, and the state of Amazon moving forward 2020 and beyond. People would always ask me, what do you do, bro, and how do you do it? So the natural thing would be to make a course about how to do what I do, selling on Amazon. And then recently, this past year, but also by popular demand, started an Amazon marketing agency.
Yo guys, so I'm gonna be hosting a 90-day FBA launch challenge starting very soon. It's gonna be a private Facebook group where we go from zero product idea to live on Amazon in the next 90 days. As you guys know, this is a huge opportunity to get in right now with competition being so low and online shopping numbers being so high. I've also put together a brand new 2020 90-day launch checklists with daily checklists and weekly homework assignments that you can just follow to a T to choose your product that's going to be differentiated and profitable in a niche within a niche that you can get on page 1 for within 90 days. I'm also going to be offering my one-on-one consulting and product validation for those looking for that, so you can launch in confidence. Do not get left behind, guys. Join us in this challenge. Let this be your excuse. More info below, and see you in there.
Boom. So what is Amazon? One of the world's biggest companies, if not like the biggest. It's a toss-up between like Amazon and Apple, but it's basically the world's largest store. It's loved by US shoppers. It's right at this point, it's about 50% of all shopping in the US is done on Amazon. So it's crazy. And it's famous for its 2-day shipping, aka Amazon Prime, aka FBA, which means fulfillment by Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon. And we'll get into that in a second. So why sell on Amazon? Well, for the obvious reasons. It's a large traffic source. You can get your product found by 100+ million US Prime subscribers. It's easy to sign up. Anyone can sell on Amazon worldwide. And it's relatively simple because it's just a one simple product page. Did anyone not know that you can sell on Amazon even if you're not American? You can sell on Amazon.com. Did anyone not know that? Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that. Anywhere in the world you can sell on Amazon. And this is the basis of what an Amazon product page looks like. You got the title, some gallery images, and then like 5 bullet points. That's the basis of it, very simple. So how does Amazon work? So Amazon Prime is what makes the magic happen. So Amazon Prime means that Amazon has that product in their warehouses, in their FBA warehouses, and there's dozens of these all across America and across the world now too. So, and 50% of US households subscribe to this service called Amazon Prime. It's a subscription that's like $10 a month or like $100 a year or something. They've raised it a little bit recently. And basically it's a subscription that gives you free shipping for everything that's listed as Prime, which are all the products here in Amazon's warehouses. They're state-of-the-art warehouses. They literally have robots picking and automatically packing, putting them on the conveyor belts, and sending them to the customer. So I literally have robots working for me right now in America. Literally robots. They're state-of-the-art facilities. Anyways, this is Amazon's system. They can give you a free 2-day shipping, even sometimes 1-day shipping, which is getting more and more common, and even sometimes in certain cities, same-day shipping. So that's why Amazon is amazing. And here, as you can see, these graphs are just showing that Prime subscriptions are still going up. The last 2 bars there are 2018. And for households that are upper income households, so make over 150K a year, it's 70% of households in the US subscribe to Amazon. Here are some more Amazon growth slides, as you can see, Amazon is still growing. The one in the bottom right is interesting. Amazon was in one study shown to be the top can't live without app on people's phones in America, which is very, very interesting, right above Gmail and Facebook and Messenger, which is crazy. The one in the top right shows that for revenue for stores that were selling online, 51% of the growth of stores that were growing came from stores that were over 60% of their sales were coming from Amazon. So the point here is Amazon is still growing. So next is, how do you sell on Amazon? Well, it's pretty relatively simple. You go to sellercentral.amazon.com and you click the button right there, register now, and you register to be a seller on Amazon. Have these things ready to go, all in the same name and address, or else that will screw things up. So either your individual tax info or your business tax info, proof of address, bank statement, credit card, phone number, and your bank account details that you want to accept payments from. Amazon pays you out bi-weekly. And you may be wondering, what is the fee to sell on Amazon? So the FBA fee to have your products stored in their warehouse, shipped by them automatically, is about 30% of the sale price. Cheap. So if your country is on the left side of this slide, then you can just use your personal bank account info to accept payments. They will pay you out in your native currency. Or if the country is on the right, if your country is on the right, they don't pay out in your native currency. So what you do is you sign up for a Payoneer account and you use your Payoneer account to accept payments, including Thailand. So Amazon International, yes, Amazon is in other countries other than the US. As you can see, the big blue one is the US. So most of the volume is going through the US, followed by Germany, UK, Japan, and the rest of the world. What is the fastest growing Amazon market, you might ask? Well, the graph on the right is showing that for e-commerce in general, the countries that are growing most in e-commerce are China on the top, followed by India and Brazil. So Amazon is in India and Brazil. So that might tell you that India could be an opportunity to get on Amazon, as well as Brazil. So that's definitely something to be looking in. And Amazon is also in all of these countries as well, in that middle box. Methods to sell on Amazon. So definitely some different ways to sell on Amazon. First way is, if you already are selling a product online or even not online yet, you can just bring your existing brand over to Amazon. Pretty simple. Or method number two is, you can be an Amazon opportunist, where you find an opportunity and create a product based on your market research and private label a product. Put that on Amazon, and we'll get to that in a second. There's also drop shipping and reselling, which is essentially different methods of listing products that you don't own. And then there is manufacturing, where you are completely inventing, designing, creating a product from scratch. And the graph on the right shows from a seller poll, of Amazon seller poll, that 44% of sellers on Amazon were doing the private label method. So that's the one I'm going to talk about today. That's the one that I do, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And it's also the easiest for first-time entrepreneurs, as we'll get into now. So what is private label? Has anyone done private label before? Or cool, awesome. So yeah, it's basically taking a product that's already being manufactured and you put your branding on it, put your logo on it. It's also known as white label. Some people like to use that. Many store brands that you may know, like the Kirkland Signature one, are simple private label brands. So why private label? Well, you don't have to invent design the product and set up the manufacturing process yourself. It's already being made. How to find what to private label. This is the million-dollar question that there are courses about. I have a course about. It's literally being an Amazon investigator, an Amazon market researcher, going through Amazon and figuring out where can I fit in on Amazon, where is there an opportunity to make money on Amazon. Because a lot of people, they shop on Amazon so much and they're like, damn, why can't I make some money off of Amazon? How do I capitalize on the worldwide expansion of Amazon? Can I get a chunk of this like $1 trillion? Like, come on, can I just have a little bit of this? So that clicks with a lot of people, I think, and which is why this is such a sexy thing to do. And I'm going to go over the very basics of it. But basically, comb through Amazon, such as Amazon's bestseller list. Browse the subcategories in the Amazon bestseller list. You can just Google it, Amazon bestsellers, and browse the subcategories, and there's even subcategories and subcategories. And basically you're trying to get your eyeballs on as many different types of weird niche within a niche products that you've never even thought of before, just to get your mind like jogging about how many thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of type of products there are that you couldn't have thought of yourself. And then there are supply and demand search tools such as Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, and Merchant Words that will break down the numbers, and I'll get into those in a second. The general private label criteria is something that you can retail between like $9.99 to $49.99. That's known as the impulse buy range. People will just like find that, boop, not a big deal, spending $20-$40, at least for Americans. Something that's small, something ideally less than 18 inches. More than that, there will be a $2 extra storage fee per unit, and something ideally that doesn't break easily, because if it breaks easily you're going to get bad reviews, and that sucks. Amazon's all about the reviews, as everyone knows. So market research process. So one of the major keys I have here is figuring out how you can differentiate your product, aka how you can improve it, add features / add value. Because these days Amazon is not so new anymore. So if you throw up a copycat product that's the same as 2, 5, 10 other products, the customer is going to have no reason to buy you over the other ones. So it really is about standing out, and I'm going to keep saying that. Another major key is take your time when you're doing your market research. Create a list of dozens and dozens and dozens of ideas, like 50 plus ideas, and then narrow it down. And essentially what you're doing is you're finding a balance of supply and demand. So the demand coming from literally the keyword search volume, and the supply coming from literally what is on page 1 for that search term. So my tip is get your eyeballs on as many product ideas as you can before getting too excited. List like 50 plus ideas, as I said, and then narrow it down. And this is a spreadsheet that I created myself that you can get at the address at the end of the presentation. So here is an example of a web tool that you can use. It's called Viral Launch, and it's a little Chrome extension. And on a search results page on Amazon, you can tap it and it will show you the estimated sales volume for those products on the page. So right there you can see how well products are selling on Amazon. You can kind of spy in, see are these products successful, and you can see the number of reviews right there in the little chart and kind of figure out where you can fit in. Viral Launch also has a tool where you can see search volume for any search term that you want to put in, plus search volume for related search terms. So here's one thing that's very crucial is you're trying to find some niche within a niche keyword that is going to get you your most sales. Amazon is all about keywords. It's all about those keywords. And what you try to do is to come up with ideas is on the related search terms list here on the left, look out for keywords that are feature rich. So a feature rich keyword would be slime stress ball with net or squishy ball mesh. So those are describing physical things about the general search term, which is squishy ball or stress ball. Stress toys for kids on the bottom, that is not a feature. Stress ball pack, that's not really a feature. Or squishy stress relief balls, that's not describing something, that's not describing a physical feature about the product. Cool, you get what I mean. So another thing to look for when you're looking at page one, see if there's opportunity there to come out with your own product for this niche within a niche, is basically you're looking to see if it's not too competitive. And one thing that will tell you that it is competitive is if there's like one or two players at the top of the results that are taking like 40% or more of all the sales on that page one. You want to avoid that. And another thing you're looking for is, are there many players on page one for that keyword that are selling well but have relatively low reviews? And I call that like less than 200 reviews. That means you can get to 200 reviews in not that much time potentially, and potentially start taking a good amount of those sales from those products. Ideally, your product is obviously better. And of course, again, thinking about how to stand out in this crowd of products. Again, I will say it, picture yourself in the mind of a shopper. You're on that page. There's about 12 or 15 options. Why would the customer choose you over everyone else? So another way, kind of the next phase of this sourcing and getting ideas as well, is cross-reference what's on Amazon with Alibaba.com. Anyone not know what Alibaba.com is? Yeah. Alibaba, it's like it's your connection to Chinese factories, or not just Chinese actually, to suppliers all around the world. And just type in that search term, again, type in squishy ball or whatever you're looking into, a squishy ball with net, like that one right there, and see if there's any new designs that are not on Amazon yet. And sometimes you can find these, and if you can be the first to be one with a new design, hey, there will always be those certain shoppers on Amazon that will want to get that, because boom, you're different. Looking for new ideas. So Alibaba.com sourcing, as I said, is your connection to factories. It makes sourcing relatively easy. And for private label ideas, I say you can start with a test order, like $500 to $2,000, which depending on the cost, that could be 50 units, 100 units, 1,000 units. But you can start with relatively small initial investment. And of course, before you buy your bulk order, you can just order single samples first. So I have Alibaba suppliers send single samples to my apartment here in Chiang Mai, or my apartment in Bali or Bangkok or wherever I am. And 7-day shipping, 7-day express shipping from China is usually like $20 to $50. It depends. And what you can do is literally you're just messaging suppliers on Alibaba, and you can ask them questions like, hey, I have this idea to change this, do this, can you do it? And some can, some can't. So I literally just make simple PowerPoint drawings with like arrows and circles and like this, can you do this? And some will be able to do that, to do these simple differentiating ideas. So it's not necessarily manufacturing and coming up with a whole brand new idea, but it's making these simple alterations that can be enough to get a shopper to choose you over the other guy. And then what you can do is, people ask me this all the time, but it's so relatively simple, is you can send your inventory directly from China to Amazon's warehouses. So I'm chilling in Chiang Mai. I never touch any boxes. I've never touched a box. Actually, we went to visit our factory a couple years ago. But I never touch our inventory. It goes directly from China to Amazon FBA to their robot system, and now they scan the box, boop, it's on Amazon.com. Done. And often the Alibaba supplier handles everything for you. You just pay them one price and they take care of the customs, everything. They take care of it arriving where it wants to go. Question real quick?
Manufacturer put it in your box and in your design?
Oh, for packaging? Yeah, good question. Yep, they'll put it in your package. You can do custom packaging as well. Usually most suppliers handle that. Yep. So sending it to FBA, these is kind of the nitty gritty, but this is how it goes. You just go to your Seller Central account, you go to inventory, add new product, fulfilled by Amazon, send/replenish inventory, and you literally just type in the number of boxes that you're sending in, the size of each box, and the number of units in each box. Click OK. It will spit out a PDF shipping label for each box. Give that to your supplier. You're either communicating via email at this point or WeChat, which is, I recommend WeChat. That's what they use there in China. And each individual unit also needs an FBA barcode, which you also get from the same process. And you can either integrate that into the packaging. So I design my boxes myself. I just integrate the box into the packaging so it's automatically printed on there. Or the supplier can add the FBA barcode stickers on individually to each unit, or Amazon can do it for you at their warehouse for 20 cents each. Amazon launch. So obviously this is an overview, there's many things, many details in between this, but once your product is scanned on Amazon, how do I get to the goal, which is get on page 1 for these keywords? So what determines what goes on page 1? Well, obviously that's from Amazon's ranking algorithm. And what is their ranking algorithm? How does it decide that? Well, it's obviously just trying to show customers the best option, what it thinks the best option is based on what they typed in there. So squishy ball with a mesh, and how does it know that? Well, which ones are selling the best, selling the most, so sales velocity, and which ones are getting the best reviews. So sales and reviews. So the kind of overall launch process is get quick reviews, do 60% off giveaways, sponsored placement, so PPC, and keep your price low at first. And I'll get into those now. So first thing is getting reviews. This is huge. Everyone knows online shopping nowadays, not just physical products, everything is about reviews. So how do you get reviews? And I say get your product in front of people who may be interested. So you can do that in Facebook groups, and I'm talking about real Facebook groups. It's like a toy group if you were selling the squishy ball. Selling on Amazon in general is one of the quickest and easiest ways to get your product in front of a large audience who are already looking for your product. Amazon they have their feet in these other countries, but over the coming years, inevitably it's going to be getting more popular and popular. So there are global opportunities that I'm definitely excited about. It can be a great revenue stream for your existing product. If you already have a product, bring it over to Amazon. Or you can be an Amazon opportunist, find a niche within a niche using the search volume and sales volume tools and private label a product. Try to make money from Amazon. Capitalize on the dominance of Amazon. And I like to keep this in mind for people, this is also a great business project for new entrepreneurs and digital marketers, even digital marketing students. Because by doing this whole private label process that I just overviewed, you're learning so much in the process. They never have you actually create a business in business school, right? But this is actually, if you create a private label product, you're going to learn about market research. You're going to learn about sourcing. You're going to learn about graphic design. You're going to learn about
keyword searching. You're going to learn about customer service. You're going to learn about sales copy. You're going to really learn so many elements of any business just in this little Amazon project. So I like to keep that in mind for people who ask me about this. And I will mention here at the end is my mom actually has an Amazon product, and my little brother actually has a brand of Amazon products, and they just had ideas and they told me about it, looked on Alibaba, did some little alterations, customizations, launched it on Amazon, and they both make multiple $1,000s a month on Amazon passively. My mom's product, she only has one product, it makes about $2,000 a month passively, and she's just a normal gardening mom. She's not like a tech wizard or anything. And my brother has an even bigger business, but anyway, that's for another story. Feel free to hit me up with questions. Thanks for having me, Ricky. Yeah, cheers guys. Feel free to hit me up at these links, and thank you. Yo guys, so I'm gonna be hosting a 90-day FBA launch challenge starting very soon. It's gonna be a private Facebook group where we go from zero product idea to live on Amazon in the next 90 days. As you guys know, this is a huge opportunity to get in right now with competition being so low and online shopping numbers being so high. I've also put together a brand new 2020 90-day launch checklists with daily checklists and weekly homework assignments that you can just follow to a T to choose your product that's going to be differentiated and profitable in a niche within a niche that you can get on page 1 for within 90 days. I'm also going to be offering my one-on-one consulting and product validation for those looking for that, so you can launch in confidence. Do not get left behind, guys. Join us in this challenge. Let this be your excuse. More info below, and see you in there.